Hey everybody, and welcome back to Football Manager 2015 with me, GW365. If you joined us last time, we set up a game as Guiseley after failing to figure out how to get the unemployed thing working. I did see a video, watched a video to see, I wonder what options I had. And basically, it was a case of, right at the beginning, the video I watched, it was before any of the updates, any updates. And I think it's because all the positions were filled by the last update. So there was no jobs apart from assistant manager and below. So last game we got stuffed. It was 4-1. We've got a game in 2 days' time against Stockport, who are joint bottom with us. So it's going to be an interesting game. Ideally, we're not going to go down to 10 men like in the last game, but we'll have to see. Season ticket sales 110. Get in. It's a lot of tickets is that. So yes, we're still going to focus on the match tactics because we need to get that match tactic setting full before we can start to think that it's going to be fully effective. Got to keep faith in the system. If eventually we end up crashing and burning, then fair enough. But who knows? The good thing about being in non-league is you can sign anyone whenever you want. The downside to our current situation is that we have no money. Bradford Park Avenue have beaten Harrogate. Or Harrogate. And we're going to be playing Stockport, so it's going to be jump straight into another game. We could make some more transfers if we really want to, but I'm struggling to find some, if I'm honest with you. And he is the best player in the world, apparently, with his 5 pace. But yeah, looking at all his other stats, I mean, dribbling, he can't dribble. A baby could dribble better than him, according to that. But yes, long shots 13, fair enough. Finishing 14, fair enough. Yeah, he's a good player. Passing 13, vision 10, a very good player, in fact. Could have maybe tried to sign him, actually. Could do. I don't want to play. I don't want to play against I don't want to play for a team who just trounced. Yes, he did really well in that last game. Danny Ellis, I'm thinking heading 10. Do we put him as the main defender? Heading 7. Yes, I think we do. Killick, you go there. Will Edge, you go there. And Simon Hackney is knackered. So Boys is going to get a full game on the left wing. Which is not his strongest position, that has to be said. And now we're struggling for someone up top because people are tired. Danny Boschel is pretty much back to full fitness. Jake Maltz, his fitness isn't bad, to be fair. Let's put you into Danny Boschel. Shakeluk, Andy Holsworth, Ben Parker. You're going to have a rest because Danny Lowe is an adequate replacement. Nicky Boschel, you can play up front, but you're not very good. That's the only thing. I'll put you there on the bench. You can come on for Ollie Johnson in a bit. He's probably just going to play the first half because he's so tired. Boys is playing on the left. That's fine, and I think we just go with that. Ideally, you want like over 95, but we are going to struggle a little bit. In fact, Rothery, are you still injured? You are still injured. You're crap. Right, never mind. In fact, slight change because we need to win. We put Holdsworth in the middle of the park, Tolson at right back. He's got the engine. He's the one with the engine. He's Andy Holdsworth. Look at those stats, 14 and 14. I think that's been the same for the last 4 years. And we just move on into it. So, guys, they're the favourites apparently. Don't know why. Probably because we're home. So, let us expect a better performance. Yep. No one nervous, that's good. Have faith in everyone. Have faith. If I could touch a body, I know that everybody has got a body like me. Smith with a long ball forward then. So Holdsworth to Malt. It's a good balance this, a new signing with the captain alongside him to guide him hopefully. Ollie Johnson, surprise, surprise, has picked up a knock. So let's make that sub straight away. Nicky Boschel is going to come on for him. He's going to have to play Vision 7, passing 8. He's a little bit better, but he's quicker. But you know what? Let's try this. Try this. He's not the fastest, isn't Nicky Boschel, but I'm thinking he's a little bit more creative. Is Alex Johnson, and he's not really done. He's not done anything in the advanced forward role. Now, I could change it around a little bit, but I try not to tinker too much with tactics that are supposedly successful. Now here comes Low, Malt, and it's to Low again. Another option I'm thinking now, actually, because Low's a decent player, is retraining. What an effort! Hit the bar and post in the same cross, same effort. Danny Parker. What am I saying Danny Parker for? Ben Parker would be able to maybe become a left midfielder. Because one bit of success I did have with this formation, with Leeds in particular, was I retrained Sam Byram to right midfield. He was a competent one. I got him. He was accomplished. I got him to become natural there, and he properly, excelled. Really excelled. This is 0-0 at the minute, so I'm thinking that we try and keep his heads up because morale isn't the highest, and then I think that's all we can do at this moment in time. Now, if our morale was high, I would probably say you were crap, basically. I'm not happy with your finishing, which I'm not, but I can't slate them too hard because you just knock the morale. They're never going to score because they won't have no confidence. It's a confidence game, is football. That's what I find anyway, especially on this game. Shane Cook's looking a bit tired, a bit jaded, if you will. Malt must have a bit of a knock or something. Right, now, this is a bit of a risk. Boys is going to come off. Hackney, who's not fully fit, is going to come on. Danny Boschel is going to come on for Jake Malt because he's looking extremely tired. And that's it. That's all I can do. It's a risk doing them both at the same time. But we need, when players are struggling for fitness, you've got to do what you can. And, Simon Hackney's a decent replacement. So is Danny Boschel for this division. So, Low with the throw to Boschel. Now it's Hackney. Hackney caps. Boschel with a long ball forward, straight to no one. Great ball, son. Great ball. Ormson. Stockport used to be a relatively decent club. Well, they are. No one's disputing they're not a decent club. They are a good club. Killick, that is dreadful, and in fact cost us a goal. Which it. Have you ever seen so much bull crap in your life? Did you see that? Did you see that? Watch it here, look. Killick misses it first, then Spencer knocks it miles away from himself, Drench just completely misses it, and then we concede. Get in. I forgot what I was saying before. Yeah, Stockport, they were at one point in the Championship. Well, the equivalent to it used to be the old Division 1. But yes, they were in the Championship. Or what was the Championship? A long time ago, though. Probably about 12 years ago, something like that. And unfortunately, they went on a mass decline. A bit like my Guiseley career at the minute. So, Alex Johnson partly offside. And unfortunately, that's a loss due to one of the biggest howlers, well, double howlers of all time. But it was disappointing, but I've got to say you're unlucky. Because I need that morale to stay up, look to gain confidence. It's not acceptable at all, but we're in a tricky situation at this early stage. Losing to the bottom of the league, albeit only after one game, and you can't really read too much into it. But we were unlucky in defeat, and apparently Scunthorpe have got the beating of Leeds, which on the last one, I think it was 2014, I can never get past Scunthorpe, which was a pain in the backside. So, bit disappointing. Very disappointing, in fact. Danny Lowe, how tall are you? 6 foot. Ish. Right. Nah, you're not good enough to take over in defence, unfortunately. Not for there. Not at centre back anyway. But Shane Killick, a bit of a howler there. Let him in. Unfortunately. And then we are made to pay. So it's not looking good. Not looking good at all. Worcester, mid-table at the minute, after a draw and a loss. But we shall see. Harrogates have got a friendly agreed with guys under 21s, which I know I should show more interest in, but I'm not really that interested in it at all. I apologise. We'll just try and move on to the next game, or next sequence of games, depending on how long they take. We've only taken 10 minutes so far, so we might be able to sneak in 3 games. They will come thick and fast. But if results keep going badly, I will probably try and dismantle the team and get some more signings in, which I know is probably not the best thing to do, because then you're disrupting the team itself. But judging on the first 2 games, the keeper I thought was so good, he's actually terrible, which is a pain. Could always try and get a loan signing in for goalkeeper. But it's a shame, because, like I said, the stats don't lie. But apparently they do. And now we're looking, the formation's accomplished, tempo's everything is competent, apart from mentality and closing down, which I'm sure once I get used to it, be okay. But you need, the one player that needs to be fit is the one that's in the right centre midfield slot. But we're not creating enough. The biggest pain. That's where Ollie Johnson's been the best player for us in that in the deep line forward role. The deep line forward role is the key role, which he's got vision 10, passing 9, and it should be more than adequate for this division. But we've got off to a bad start. Here's the next game. Like I said, they're coming thick and fast. Jake Malt is looking a bit jaded. We're going to have to replace Edgy, because his fitness is shocking. One positive is Danny Ellis will return to the fold, and even he is only at 90%, which is a bit strange to say anything basically at all. I'm going to put Jake Lawler in the reserves as well as into play to get his fitness up, and Luke Porritt as well. 90 minutes. Right, so Ben Parker can return to the team. Jake Bolt can come off, and Bosch will go back in. Jake Stockdale, who is very fit, can take the place of Danny Holdsworth, who drops back into defence. Shane Killick is still tired. I do need to make sure there is a defender in there. I mean, there is Danny Lowe and Ryan Tulson. Probably get away with that. Hackney, come back into the side, please. Your creativity is going to be much needed. And that's it. I think we just go. Alex Johnson, let's have a look at your attributes. Where are you? Here we are. No goals, no goals, no goals, 1 assist. If he doesn't score in the next 4 games or so, I'm going to try and get rid of him and get someone else in. I tried having a look at our feeder club. I believe that's right. Which is, are we the favourites? Yes, we are, just. I try getting some players from Leeds, but they won't have none of it. They want the players to play at a high level, it seems, or they don't want to remove them from their first team responsibilities, which is a load of crap, because they're not going to be playing in the first team. Go out there and impress me. That don't impress me much. Right. Let's get rid of these. Our physio has got a stat of 4 for physiotherapy. So when I do get an injured player, I do tend to think I need to take them off. Sometimes it pays off if you leave them on. They can score and they run as fast as possible on this game, and then apparently they've got a torn hamstring, which I find very bizarre, because anyone who's actually played football before who has got a tight hamstring, let alone a torn one, they're going to struggle. And this is great play there. Well, I say great play. It was a hit and hope. Long ball from Drench, and Ollie Johnson with his 12, I believe, off the ball. Yep, got him behind there. Just lacks a bit in the pace department. 10. Used to be 9, to be fair. And we're still struggling to score. Yeah, this match is still there. You can still win today. Believe in yourselves. Passionate. You can still improve. This is one thing I do like. The fact that you can select all your midfielders, all your defenders, all your strikers in one go. It's pretty sweet. This is disappointing though, when we're scoring for fun in the pre-season, which I know is a completely different kettle of fish, but we're struggling to score in the league, and when we scored 1 goal, and then we've gone on to concede 5. So here comes Alex Johnson. Let's see what we can do. To say he's got 14 pace, that did not seem very fast. Is that like a typo? It should be 4. It seems that way. I think even Danny Ellis's 5 would be faster than him. Here comes Wright though, Holdsworth with a great through ball for Simons. Great challenge though, and the cross comes in for Wright. And Wright has scored to put Worcester 1-0 up. Disappointing, to say the least. Not entirely sure what to say here. I'm a bit aghast as what's actually happening. Danny Boschel, if you'd like to come off. And boys, if you'd like to go into Alex Johnson's position. I'm going to end up leaving. Yeah, hold on a minute. Ben Parker, can you play left? I think you can play left midfield, can't you? Let's put you there. It's a bit of a risk. And it is a massive risk when you're bringing 3 players on at once. But, you know what? Screw it. We are struggling. You know, sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. I remember Jose Mourinho's, not comparing me to Jose Mourinho at all, but Jose Mourinho, I remember him doing it once or twice, but sometimes it worked, sometimes it failed. I remember one time they were losing in the FA Cup to Newcastle. It was in his first spell as Chelsea manager, and he brought all 3 subs on, and Drencher just managed to somehow save it into his own net. Because if you see there, he dives, he pounds it with his left hand, and instead of it going away from goal, it went like through his hand. So his tactic is not looking that good for this particular... It came off his thumb and went in. For this particular team, I may have to look at tactics. It's a shame. Adam Boys has got a knock. Tough titties. But yes, it's very demanding, is this tactic, to be fair. Get this big orange thing off. Oh, and now Ollie Johnson's injured as well. So things are going from bad to worse. So it's I might have to have a look at the tactics after this game, because it's clearly not working. Performance was indeed disappointing. And I'm going to say it this time, because it doesn't seem to be working. So we had a lot more chances as well. Look at that, 16 shots, 5 to their 5. So I think Middlesbrough can't beat Leeds. They didn't do it last season. The only team to do double over them, I believe. Anyway, so let's have a look then at the tactics. Apex Predator, you do well with the right players. But for now, I'm going to have to use a different one, which this is a bit of a long setup there. There's my name. Program files. You don't really need to see all this, but and I apologise. But I need to go to Common, Football Manager, Data, Tactics. Now, which is the one now? Is it the Goal Machine one? These are all the ones I've tried with Leeds, and they ended up being the Apex Predator. I think this one's the one that was for the lower league teams, if I remember rightly. So we'll go for that one. We'll try it anyway. So let's create a new tactic. I've set to formation, just any. And then we'll use this one. Oops, nope, wrong one. So convert it into Goal Machine, which is apparently what this is. So now we might struggle because we don't have the players to facilitate what we want. However, right, we have got a few centre midfielders. Hackney is not a forward, but we do have a lot of forwards, to be fair. So we need to rethink this a little bit. So let us... Parker's fine, Holdsworth is fine. Alex Johnson... They're all deep line forwards apparently. You go there. Brooksby. You're not really a centre mid, are you? This is the thing now. You change formations and you don't really have a player, a position for these players. So Brooksby is going to be playing in like a poor system really for him. Ball winning midfielder. I need the best tackler, which at the moment I think it's Danny Boschel, which is a bit of a pain. Jake Moult is only 8. Nicky Boschel can play centre mid, but his tackling's only 4. But he can play as an attacking option. Saying that, we do have Andy Holdsworth. And also this means that the set pieces needs to be changed. So we need to have a look at this. Just get the best midfielders, best strikers or whatever, best corner takers. So it's going to be Gavin Rothery looking at this. Right, okay, we'll go to the squad. Tactics. Tic-tacs. Andy Holdsworth. You're going to be the deep line, the ball winning midfielder, because I believe your tackling is, oh, it's also 9, but it doesn't matter. Deep line playmaker will be Danny Boschel. Stockdale, you're just going to go in the advanced playmaker role for a second. Brooksby, you're going to come off for Ryan Tolson. Adam Boys, you can go on instead of Hackney. Hackney, it's a bit of a pain now because now we can't play anywhere. And I've signed him basically for no reason, but we can retrain if we need to. Ollie Johnson. Things are just not going right at this moment in time, so I feel that I've got to do this. You are right-footed. You are right-only-footed. You are right-only-footed as well. Right, okay, so Stockdale, I don't think you need to be there. Danny Bosch, what's your finishing like? 6. Stockdale, what's yours? 4. The advanced playmaker needs to be someone who's got a bit of creativity about them and can finish. So Nicky Boschel kind of fits that role slightly. Jake Maltlow, finishing of 6. He could be the deep line one. Possibly. Danny Boschel there. Nicky Boschel comes off for Jake Malt. Comes off. It's not as though we're taking players off. And to be fair, it might mean that Gavin Rothery, when he returns, fits into the system a lot better. Try that for now. Simon Hackney, I might just try and... yeah. I'm going to try and retrain you as a striker. I know you're old, but sorry, it'd be right. And then I need to retrain Wayne Brooksby. I'm going to try and train you as a centre mid. No, because you're not creative. Yeah, we'll have to. It's the only position we can put you. Right, okay, so tackling of 2. Let's try that then. Let's try using a different tactic. It's a bit of a pain, but we shall see. See how we fare. This time we've got 6 days' time. We've got AFC Fly, who are second place at this moment in time, and we are second bottom. So here we go, match tactics still. We need to get them both trained up. Who knows, when it's fully trained, fully learnt the other tactic, it might work better. But it is very highly demanding. So I will actually go and browse if it lets us. And I'll show you the breakdown to this tactic. And hopefully it doesn't need to be on a narrow one. But looking at the fact that we don't have any wide players, I think we might be alright. Backroom advice. Hold meeting. Not going to focus on anything in particular. Coaching edition. Graham Law. This is whether I can afford them, and I don't think I can. And he's actually a player. But I'm not really bothered for them at the moment. But it's players, if you've found any players. Back up for the first team. Back up for the first team, apparently. Important first team player, really. Vice captain, upgrade youth facilities. It's easier said than done. So we'll have to come back to that in a bit. Right, so this tactic, by the way. Yeah, top man. Hopefully that happens in real life. Tactic. There we go. This tactic. 14 team instructions. All this lot. Push higher up, play narrower, exploit the middle. Yes, lots of things. Not necessarily going to work. We'll have one game with it. And then I'll call that a video, I think. Yeah, should have enough time. But yes, hopefully if I know it's not going so well at this moment in time. We are bottom of the league, but hopefully I'm enjoying this regardless. It's a challenge. It's the first time I've played at the lower league. Obviously, Leeds aren't the best team in the Championship, but you know, I found that with the right tactic and a couple of additions managed to help. And obviously retraining a couple of players. So let's try this tactic and see how we fare. We've got 2 games in 2 days, well 3 days, which is not going to be good. It's highly demanding for this particular league. So 3 games in, we've lost all 3. Players at decent level of condition, barring Ollie Johnson, but we do need Ollie Johnson. He's our key man when it comes to being in an attacking position. He's pretty good all round. Adam Boyes isn't to be sniffed at neither. He's a good player for this league. He's just not the quickest. Well, neither of them are. And then Alex Johnson, the one on the right, he's got the pace, but for some reason, he seems to not be as good as his stats suggest. He's not scored. I don't even think he's had a shot. I don't feel that he has anyway. So, Edgy, whatever he's called. Gavin Rothery is back, so I do need to put him in. Instead of, I'm sorry Wayne Buxby, you've been a good servant for us so far, but sadly, you're no longer needed. In fact, you can... No, Hackney can stay, you might have the ability to do something. Right, Danny Lowe, you're going to stay off for the time being. Let's go. And attacking wing backs, Ben Parker might excel in this position. So now we are looking... What's the actual favourites? But only narrowly not the favourites. But nobody fancies us to win. So let us do this and get no reaction whatsoever. Awesome. There we go. And there we go. Let's go. Do it. See how we fare then. Different style of play, different formation. Malt. Pass it forward to Boyes. Boyes, now it goes to Ollie Johnson. Ollie Johnson now. Early chance to shoot by Eckersley with a great challenge. Anthony Lloyd, I believe that is, who used to play for Huddersfield Town at the same time as Andy Holdsworth. Decent left back. Malt now to Holdsworth though, speaking of the devil. Wide it goes, but Allen, the Welsh Shavy, takes over. Langley, forward it goes, long ball. Killock heads away this time. Malt. Forward it goes to Ollie Johnson. Finds Adam Johnson. Oh, look at this, it's Boyes! What a strike! Inside a minute! And Guiseley have finally scored. Bit of luck, obviously. Good tackle. Completely did the defence, and Boyes, first time, powers it home in off the post. Fantastic start to the game. Right, so we just need to keep on top now. Don't let it slip like last time. Parker with the throw. Throws it down the line to Malt. Look at the space inside to find Boschel. There he is. Danny Boschel, that is. Alex Johnson. Lovely ball out wide to Tolson, who's made a marauding run down the right. Malt now. Can strike it. No, he finds... who was that? Was that Johnson? It was Johnson. Good effort, son. Holdsworth. Finds Johnson. Chips it in. It comes to Ellis at the back post. Squares the footballs. Great tackle. Parker gets there. Now Boschel. This is already looking more promising for a lower league team. And it's a penalty. The former teammates clash. And Lloyd has given away a penalty. 6 minutes in. And it's Alex Johnson, who's not scored a goal yet, with his penalty taking stat of 11 to take the pen. Confidence is low. So my confidence is low as well. But he powers it into the top left-hand corner. Powers it. Nearly bursts the ball. Saw a video the other day with that Hulk from Zenit St. Petersburg did. He actually bust the ball from kicking the ball as hard as he could. Like from a layoff free kick sort of situation. But not in a proper game, in training. So 2-0, 2 goals to the goods after 12 minutes or so. It's a good position to be in. Parker's got a yellow card, unfortunately. Shane Killicks looks like he's taking a bit of a knock. Couldn't score there. 25 minutes in, we're doing okay. Doing okay. Jake Malt. Shane Killick. Yellow cards each. So there's a chance here we could end up with a red card, perhaps. But 2 goes to the good at the minute. Parker throws it inside to Malt. Chips it. Look at that ball for Tolson. All of a sudden he's like a different player. Great ball in. Johnson! Johnson again! Alex Johnson! Scruffiest goal you're ever going to see. But no one cares. Because second in the league is getting beat 3-0 by bottom of the league. And we found a bit of a balance now with the tactic, but that was a poor bit of defending from Tunnicliffe. And then, literally, Eckersley's last-ditch challenge wasn't enough to stop it going in. But they all count. And this is a really good setup. Killick's taking a knock as well. Half-time whistle goes, and there's not really anything we can say to be unhappy with. Just keep it up, boys. Extremely delighted, and so you should be. Some changes will be getting made in about 15 minutes' time. Let's finish this game, like I say, and then we'll call it a video there. It'd be nice to end on a positive note for once. So, just keeping an eye on the time. We've got another yellow card. Another yellow card. We can't cover them all. Alex Johnson lays it off to Tolson with a great ball in. Tunnicliffe clears away on his far as Rowe. Rowe now knocks it long downfield and finds Barnes. He's up against Ellis. Knocks it back to Thompson. Now it's Wilson. Killick makes a challenge. Now it's Rowe again. Rowe finds Wilson. Back heel back to Rowe. Good tackle, Boschel. Now Tolson can play it forward to Adam Johnson. Alex Johnson. I need to get that name right. Rowe gets in behind Ellis like he wasn't even there, and that's another error from Stephen Drench. The keeper situation is absolutely appalling, and Danny Rowe is a player I believe I was looking at, I think, to sign. Did he want these? No, he want these. He didn't sign for these. Someone else called Rowe, I think it was. But he chose to go somewhere else. So we're going to make some... Oh, it's Daniel Lowe. That's what I'm getting confused with. That's who we've got in the team. So Ben Parker is playing quite well, but he's one of the most tired. Shane Killick is exceptionally tired. So I think we have to take him off. He's a covering defender, so Daniel Lowe probably fit into that quite well. Nicky Boschel. The players don't seem as tired with this formation, which is quite pleasing. Danny Boschel's going to come off for his brother. In fact, no, for Gavin Rothery. Welcome back. Time to get injured again. Let's go. Gavin Rothery replaces Danny Boschel. Fade away. So it's 3-1. Can't let this slip. 75 minutes is the next time for me to make a change. That's how I roll anyway. I'll try to roll. Rothery now. Back heel down the line straight to Sumner. Gomez finds Malt. Obviously not his required target. And now Johnson there. But, no error like Stephen Drench in the shape of Hinchcliffe. Oh, yeah, Hinchcliffe. That was Hinchcliffe. Holdsworth heads on. Now it's Johnson. Alex Johnson. That's going to be a real pain in the dick. Holdsworth now to Malt. Finds Boys. Ollie Johnson. That's an easy one to remember. Oh, chip over. That was like Cantona-esque there. Did you see that little dink? Holdsworth is injured, which is disgusting because he's our best player. That means we're going to bring on Jack Stockdale. Pressure's off on you because you're a younger player. I hope that Holdsworth isn't out for long because he's definitely a key player. Parker misses his header and Andy Booth plays it to Giles Barnes. Great save though this time from Stephen Drench. Andy Booth crosses in. Johnson clears away. I know he's not called Andy Booth. Don't worry. And now another injury to Ryan Tolson, which means both my right back covers. Look at that condition there, 19%. It's having a good game as well. It's a shame, but doing really well in this game. 7 minutes to go. 7 minutes to go. drenched with the goal kick. Well, not goal kick, free kick. Wilson heads forward. It's Rowe. Great tackle from Ellis, but only falls to Barnes. And they're overloading. Parker's going to get sent off here. Second yellow card. There it is. So what do we do now? Well, Alex Johnson can kind of play. In fact, there's an easy solution here. We move you there. Move low to left back. We drop Rothery into the middle. Like that. And then you move to the wide right. That's it. That will do. We should be still alright. There's only a couple of minutes left. 3 minutes of added time. Yes, we know Alex Johnson's played out of position. And another knock. Another injury. It's a hard knock life for us. Yeah, 3 minutes of stoppage time. We're now into the 5th minute. Great tackle from Malt. Johnson forward. Lovely ball for Johnson. Alex Johnson to Ollie Johnson, that is. Nice little shimmy. Finds Malt. Look at the space. Langley. Charnley is tackled as the full-time whistle goes. And that's a great result for us. But we've got a lot of people injured. And, yeah, real special. Get that confidence up. There we go. Leave the match. And we outplayed them as well. It wasn't a fluke. But we've got another game in 2 days. And we've got about 1 million people injured. So, yeah, they're both injured. We've got Ryan Tolson, 6 to 8 week. Ollie Johnson, 3 to 4 week. And Andy Holdsworth, 11 days to 2 week. And Parker's banned for 1 match. Let's just issue a warning, confirm it, see that he accepts it. We're fined £500 for failing to control our players after receiving 7 yellow cards. Sorry, it's right. We'll be right. But yes, now our squad is in a bit of a pickle, so hopefully join us for the next one, where this is obviously going to be very, very interesting. We've got a game in 2 days' time. But as always, hopefully you have enjoyed. If you have liked it, if you have enjoyed it, why not press that like button? If you'd like to see more, feel free to subscribe. And let us know, yeah, just leave us some comments, see if you're actually enjoying this at all. I mean, I know people will probably already subscribe. Most people probably won't be bothered about football. There might be, but there might not be as well. I understand that. But yeah, it's something I wanted to do for a while. Something I like to think I've got a lot of experience in this game. I've played it since 1998, I think it was. When it used to be called Football Manager back then, and it got changed to Champ Manager, and then got changed back to Football Manager. But anyway, enough jibber jabber. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.